Hey everyone, welcome to another top 10 list. You guys have heard me in the past talk about trinaries and how it just drives me insane when sellers try to rip people off selling trinaries for $5 to $10 a piece. I've done tons of videos on that, and you should know by now not to buy a trinary. But what should you buy in the same price? Because buying currency is expensive. This is an expensive hobby. And part of the draw to people buying trinaries is that they're cheap. Well, of course they're cheap because they're worth face value. But that doesn't stop people. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to look at the top 10 notes a person could have bought instead of buying trinaries. And at the end, I'm going to drop a biggie on you. All right, let's get started. Here is our trinary. 37773711. That's a trinary. Yes, what's that worth? Face value. But someone wants to put this up on eBay and sell it for $5 to $10. Well, one person's going to buy that trinary for $5 to $10. Another person's going to take that same amount of money, that $5 even, the low end, and maybe they're going to buy one of these. What do I've got here? Well, this is a 1957 silver certificate. This one's 1957B. This one does have "In God We Trust" on the back. 57 was the first series, or the first year that they actually put that on there. But this silver certificate is a little more than just a silver certificate. It's a star. I would like to point out that there are people that will sell modern star notes that are not rare for $2 to $3 a piece. Okay, fine. If you're telling me a modern star note is worth $2 to $3 a piece, then what's a star note from 1957 worth? in all reality, this note here is in the $2 to $5 range as a star note. But you would certainly be more impressed seeing a star note from 1957 than from seeing a trinary. So that's number 10. Number 10, you can get yourself a star note, a silver certificate star note. Like I said, if the current star notes make you giddy, then getting one of these should definitely be exciting. That's number 10. Number 9. Now, once again, number 9, one person's going to buy a trinary, but what could you have also bought? Well, here are two silver certificates, and you'll notice that they are both Series 1935G. They're both in decent shape. They're regular notes. They're not stars. There's nothing fancy about the serial number. But the 1935G series, one of them has "In God We Trust," and the other one doesn't. So, for the price of a trinary, you can actually buy both of these notes. Now, I'm not selling these notes. I'm simply saying that these notes sell for between $2 and $4 a piece on average. And this, people sell for up to $10. So if you're going to spend $10 on a trinary, you could spend $8 and have both of these. The 1935G with and without the motto. Now you tell me which is cooler. One random trinary that you can find in your pocket, or the exact second that they put "In God We Trust" on our notes. Yeah. So that's number 9. Number 8. Also for the price of a trinary, this is a 1963 $2 bill. People go nuts over modern $2 bills. They think they're rare. They think that they're short printed. They think they're hard to find, scarce. No, go to the bank, ask your bank. You can get a $2 bill. No big deal. But this one's a red seal. Okay, so finding a red seal, that's a little tougher. Now, these are still fairly common. You can find these all over the place. The red seals are the one that have Monticello on the back versus the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Now, the red seal $2 bills, these sell for between $7 and $10 a piece. Now, the front may not be that impressive, but the back immediately tells you that this is old money. And that's cool. So, do you want the trinary Do you want to tell your friends how cool this note is? Or do you want to share how cool this note is? All right, that's what I thought. 10, 9, 8. That's number 8. Number 7. This might blow your mind a little bit. Let's see. I want to show you this. This is a military payment certificate. This particular one is for 5 cents. It's the series of 681, which means it is from 1968, and it is the first series. That's the 681. You'll notice it has a nuclear submarine on it, and you can see the soldiers on top, the submariners up there, and you can even see the American flag. If I have to explain to you why that is cool, then I don't know what to tell you. That's one side of this 5-cent note. Look at the back. It's an astronaut. I mean, how cool is that? This is on one note. You get from the bottom of the unknown ocean to the upper limits of the atmosphere and beyond. I mean, how cool is that? However cool you think that is, this is a 5-cent note, okay? And this is a 10-cent. Same way on the back, different color. And this is a 25-cent. I think this is beautiful with the red, but the image is the same. Look at that color. Look at that. That's amazing. So 5-cent, 10-cent, 25-cent. Here's a 50-cent. And we'll look at the back. And I'll show you all the backs just so you can appreciate. There's the green, a purple, a red, a brown. Each of these different denominations. And that's not all, because I'm also going to throw in the 1968 $1 military payment that actually has, I don't know if he's a test pilot or not, but he's a fighter pilot. And on the back are the jets. I mean, how cool is that? Okay, so now that I've done all the talking on there, I know you guys think that this is all expensive, and you guys think that each of these are $10 a piece. No, they are not. Because you can buy yourself a trinary for $10. Or you can buy all of these notes. These run roughly $1 to $2 a piece. So this entire stack in my hand, as beautiful as these are in real good condition, so they may be worth a little bit more. But to find these in a grade 20, you can get them for $1 a piece. $1 a piece. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe $2 on this, 6. So you're talking $6 to $7, and you can have all of these notes. Or you can have a trinary, like I said. Okay? Do you see why I get irritated when people try to sell trinaries for $10? Because these are worthless. And for the same price, you can have all this history. One trinary is people sell. I'm stuttering over my words because it's just so amazing. All of these are worth less than $10. You can have this in your collection. Stop buying garbage like this. All right. So that's 10, 9, 8. That's number 7. Number 6. Let's see here. Number 6. This is from 1995. And you hear people who search straps always talk about these, but you never find them. I haven't found one of these in over a year. What is this? It's a web note. 1995 web note. A web-fed press note was printed on a continuous roll of paper, so there was no actual location. Normally, notes are printed in sheets. They'll be, at the time, 32 notes per sheet. They've upped it now to 50 notes per sheet, and then they cut the sheet apart. This was printed like newspaper, where they had one really long roll that was going through the machine. When you envision a newspaper press, that's a web-fed press. And you can identify web notes based on this lonely little number right here. That's the plate number. It's a 1-digit number. On this side of a note, normally they have the location of where the note was on the sheet. If I grab the trinary, you'll see that. See how it has a location there? This one is H2, and this one doesn't have one because there was no location on the sheet. There wasn't a sheet. The other way to tell a web note is on the back. Normally on the bottom right here is where you're going to find the plate number, and on this one you can see the plate number, just that single digit up top next to trust. So those are the identifiers on the web note. But what's a web note worth? Generally, you can pick up a web note for $5 to $10. Extreme. I search 1,000 notes a week, and I have not found one in over a year. I find 5 to 10 of these every week, and I haven't found one of these in a year. Yet you can probably buy one of these for $10. So why are you spending $10 on this? All right. So that is number 7. That was number 6. Number 5. Each of these little stacks here you could have gotten for one of these. What if you bought 2? What if you bought 2 trinaries? Now you got a little bit more money invested in your awesome collection here. Let's just put these up over here. Okay. So now, what if you bought 2 trinaries? What could you have gotten instead? So that would be number 5. Number 5 would be, this is a 1934C silver certificate, a $5 bill. $5 silver certificate from 1934C. 34 is the cool year for silver certificates. All silver certificates will have a blue seal, but only the 34 series put in the blue digit over here. They all also will have the blue serial numbers, but this digit, that's what makes the note pop. These are very cool. If you're going to collect silver certificates, go for the ones that have the blue numeral. There's the back of this one here. This particular note, probably going to find in the $12 to $15 range. If people are selling their trinaries for $10 a piece, that means you're going to pay $20 to buy these 2. Don't spend $20 on those. Spend $15 on one of these. You can spend a little more and get one in nicer shape, a little less and get one a little cheaper. But on average, for the same price as 2 trinaries, you can actually have a real note in your collection. That is number 5. Number 4. People insist on calling these fancy serial numbers. I don't know why. You tell me what makes them fancy, because they are certainly not fancy. But for the same price as these non-fancies, you can buy an actual fancy. Here's a radar. 45444454. That's a radar. It reads the same forward and back. Radars generally sell for about $20. And it's an actual accepted fancy serial number by anybody and everybody on the planet. Not a one-off of a one-off that people are just robbing people for. So you can spend $20 and buy 2 trinaries. Or you can spend the same money and get yourself an actual fancy serial number. That is number 4. Number 3 on the list. What if you didn't listen to me and you bought a 3rd trinary? So now you have 3 trinaries that you paid for. What could you have gotten for that? Well, this is a 1928B $1 silver certificate. This is the first year that had notes the size that we are used to seeing. This is the first year for the small size note. This particular one is the 28B, but what makes these neat is the back. These are known as the funny backs. Now, for the cost of less than 3 trinaries, you can get yourself a really decent shape funny back. And once again, you compare this to a modern bill, and this bill speaks for itself. Whereas when you show people this, they're going to say, oh, that's worth $3. And you're going to go, no, it's a trinary. It's special. And they're going to go, yeah, okay, it's worth $3. Whereas if you show this one, they're going, oh, what the hell is that? That's neat. And you show them the back, and their jaw drops. Same price. This or 3 trinaries. You do the math. All right, number 2. Also for the same price of these 3 trinaries. This is from Canada, and I should have brought out the 1 because you can get the $1 note for the price of 3 trinaries. This is the devil's head note. If you look in the hair, you can see, where's my pen so I can point this out real close. If you look in the hair right here, you can see this white portion. That's a nose. You can see the mouth. You can see the eye sockets. And you can see one horn and another horn right here. That is the devil's head note from 1954 Canada. This is the first note that Queen Elizabeth ever was featured on, and she was not popular when she took the throne. So the engraver did that intentionally. They had to fix it, and they did the modified version, which no longer has the devil's head. Now, this is the $2 denomination, so these are a little more expensive, but the $1 denomination, you can find for $30 or less. $30. That's 3 trinaries. Don't buy 3 trinaries. Buy a devil's head. That is really, really interesting. You want to talk about a conversation starter? There you go. Bust out a devil's head or bust out 3 trinaries. If one person has 3 trinaries and one person has this, someone's going to look at someone going, you're pretty freaking stupid, aren't you? Yeah, because this is $3. I don't know how many times I got to say that. Anyway, that's number 2. And then, let's see, number 1. What happens if you didn't buy 3, but you bought 4? Make it 5. What if you bought 5 trinaries? I don't usually buy 5 of anything. But since trinaries are so cheap, I can see someone buying 5 trinaries. What could they have bought for the same price? How about a 1928 $5 Federal Reserve note? These notes in good shape are amazing. Instead of having the letter here for the district, they put the number. You still know the letter of the district because it's in the front digit here, the A. But 1 and A is the first letter. That would correspond with the 1, and we all know that would be Boston. That's a beautiful note. It's just a beautiful, beautiful note. Look at the back. So even if you brought this out to someone who is a non-collector, they would identify this as an old note right away because it's not the same kind that we use now. And even if they are familiar with Federal Reserve notes, the small head notes, this may throw them. Most of the people are going to look at this and think that's just the I note from Minneapolis. So if you had the number 2 or any other number other than the 1, that really will make them think, why is there a gigantic number there? These start off at around $50. So yeah, you can have 5 trinaries for $50, or you can have something like this. So, all of the notes you saw just now, if I reverse engineer this, you would have these 5 to represent this. You would have 1, 2, 3 more to represent the Canadians. You would have 1, 2, 3 more to represent the 1928. You would have 2 more to represent the radar. You would have 2 more to represent the 5. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to represent all them. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be a total of 20 trinaries. So somebody went out and paid $10 a piece for 20 trinaries. Here's 20 trinaries. Somebody paid $10 a piece for all of these. You know what they could have bought? Rather than everything you just saw for the same price? You could have got one of these. 20 trinaries at $10 a piece is $200. I paid $125 for this when I first bought it. I got it graded, so that was another $40. Granted, I bought it 8 years ago, 7 years ago. They start out right now at $200. Please don't buy trinaries. Please don't support people that sell trinaries. Do you want this stack of garbage? Or do you want this? Or do you want all these? All these are worth the same as this, which is what somebody paid for these. Don't be this guy. Be this guy. Be this guy. All right, guys. That's what I've got for you this week. If you learned anything new, go ahead and hit that like button. If you like what you see and you want to see more, please subscribe. Love reading all your comments. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.